Thank you very much for staying with us. We now have a guest in the studio. His name is Jeremiah Eghrudje. Jeremiah Eghrudje is based in Lagos and also is into music as a songwriter and also into content creation as well. And he's also a producer. We'll be letting you see him right now as he's right here in the studio. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
How are
Good
you doing
morning.
as well?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Good morning. Your dress is fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so you're into music, right?
Yes, I am. Yes,
All
I
right,
am.
so talk to us. How did you come into this career?
Okay. We're taking this back to like 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Yes. So my parents used to work in the church as I think we used to have this local church where different parents come every Saturday to decorate the church. So then it was my parents' turn that particular month. I used to have this love for drums, so every time I would come around, stick by, just play around. Then it grew up as a passion. Coming around, I had this drive for drums, so I was always playing. I was always trying to find out what this is. 5 years after, my elder brother introduced me to ABK Sounds, one of the singers now. He taught me drums, so he brought me up in drumming. So that's when I entered into the music industry at age 10.
At age 10?
That's
Yes.
a bit tender, but professionally, when did you start doing music?
Okay, I would say 15,
15.
because he actually taught me a lot within a short time, and I had the whole music exposure. So I did not really have that long time to do it. I was just getting into it one time as in one after the other, and it was really quick. So I was really exposed into the music industry at a very young age.
All right. So going into the music industry, was it something, aside from the passion you had for it,
Yeah.
what other thing drove you into it? Did you also want the fame or the money attached to it, or you just want to streamline yourself to the passion?
Okay, first of all, for me, the music for me was a passion. I did not have this knowledge of the music industry, the whole money aspect. I just saw it as something that I love to do. I love to play drums. I love to get people to dance to the beats. I love to get people enjoying the rhythm, that kind of thing. So first off, it was just for the love of drums. Growing up in the music, I got to know that, okay, fine, there were other sides to this music where you have to make money, brand yourself. So first off, for me, I would say it was the love part of music. I just had that love for drums and music.
All right. So what kind of genre of song do you put up?
Okay. First off, I would say I started off in the church. So first off, it was more of the church content,
That's
gospel music, church music, something that the church could actually adapt to, because I was not very well exposed to the secular content. Let me put it that way. Sorry. So it was first of the church content first for me. Then later on, I grew to learn other genres of music, because music is not one-sided.
All right. So what's your major now, since you've grew beyond the church level?
Well, I will not say I have a major. I play music.
Okay.
So I play all the genres of music.
Really?
If I have a job to do on a particular genre, I will face that genre. Because right now, with the gospel artists I'm working with, it's more of a gospel genre for me right now. So that is my focus right now. But if I get to work with any other artist or company or brand, as I used to, till now, I can face. So it helps you actually to stand out when you have the feel of every other genre, and you can work with anybody at any time.
I see you do a lot of drums. Apart from the drums, which other instrument do you work with? Can you play?
Okay, yeah. With that, I have a little knowledge about keyboard and the acoustic guitar. Yes, the acoustic guitar. That one I love.
Okay, so while cooking up these beats, which particular instrument do you think gives that sound you're looking for? Is it just the drums, or there's other things you can, like the major instrument can't be missing when you're cooking up a beat?
Okay, so it will actually interest you to know that for every song, every sound, from Davido's, Bonner, everything that attracts them, even Ashake's music right now, is the beat,
Yeah.
You always have that beat. Once it comes up, you know, okay, this is Ashake. So that beat is very, very important. It plays a key role to every music. Sure, the sound, the keyboard, the horns, the sax, they all play together. But you see that beat, once you miss it, trust me, the foundation has fault already.
Oh, okay. That's good.
All right, so talking about music, it's a very, very broad field.
Yeah.
How are you able to juggle this starting from age 15 when you went into it professionally?
Well, I could say that is a very funny story because my parents were not really, they did not really, let me say it this way, they did not really attack the motion at first. They said, okay, fine, he's playing drums in church, let him play, you know, let him serve
Enjoy
God,
himself.
you know, yeah. So they were happy about it at first. Then, you know, I had this my junior WAEC, so the person teaching me then, it was about to clash with my junior WAEC, so my parents were like, you know what, leave this thing and do your exams first. So, you know, clashing with school, we had to find a way to juggle. When I was in university, juggling the whole thing was not really easy, but had to find a balance, you know.
So between secular and gospel music, which one is the hardest in terms of beat production?
Beat production, I would say, you know, it's easier to run the gospel production. People might want to banter on that, but I would say, yeah, it's easier because I feel when it comes to secular, some people tend to bring the gospel feel into the secular feel, and it's a whole different ballgame entirely. So I think I prefer to say that it's easier to do secular, and it's more complicated part of gospel that we have these days. But then to banter the both, I would say it's easier to go with gospel music.
I understand you love productions.
Yes.
That's why you went into the drum aspect.
Yes.
So obviously it's healthy now to say you have your own sets, right?
Yeah. So this happened during the Corona period. You know, I had this vibe to go for the whole production set. So I used to work with one of my friends, Daniel Keys. He had his whole production set. So we're just together during that Corona period, and I picked up productions. He taught me to some point, and I picked it up myself to, you know. I have this video online that I played to one of Oxlade's songs. I mixed the audio myself, and some of my other tracks. Even till now, if I should do any other cover or other jobs, I'll prefer to mix. So now I can say I've entered the whole production jobs myself. I've done some few jobs too for some few of my friends who are artists.
Okay. Do you have a personal studio?
A personal studio?
Your viewers, yes.
Not
where
yet,
you cook
not
these
yet,
beats.
not yet,
Okay.
not yet.
So how much does it?
But I'll call it a mobile studio.
Okay, you have a mobile studio.
Yes, I could, like, you know, just get somewhere and just work. But I don't have my own.
How much does
Okay.
it take to get the instruments?
Oh, it takes a
drum?
lot of investment. We're talking about you're going towards $1 million if you really want to get your. But if you want to get your basic set, it should be
Just a moderate size.
moderate
The
size.
basics, yes.
Okay, you're talking 500K, 500K, 700.
expensive?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, music is a lot, but funny how you would make so much within a short time if you have your gadgets and you know what you're doing.
So if you're making a beat for someone, how much do you charge for a particular beat?
Okay, we have our different charge rates. We have our different rate cards.
Is it, sorry to cut in, is it different, the gospel and secular, do you charge differently, or is it about the song
I
or
would
the
not say.
individual involved?
Okay, well, we'll all still put it down to say we have a rate card for charging. It might be secular, it might be gospel. We just have to know what we're doing actually, how bulk the work is. Then we'll know how to then charge and know how to fix up our, you know, our plans for the person's projects. Exactly. So there's a rate card for every project. You know, the silver, the bronze. You know,
All right.
the
So
gold.
who are your target audience as somebody who produces beats? Majorly, who are your target?
Okay, my target audience for those, you know,
Because not everybody might be attracted to beats. Some might just be attracted to the lyrics. But like you said, beat is the ingredients of every song, right?
Yeah,
It's what
yeah.
kills the song. So who are your target audience?
my target audiences are actually artists, because these artists, you know, most times they tend to pick up their lyric writing for the songs from the beats they listen to, and they listen to the beats and be like, okay, this beat is really nice. Okay, fine, play that beat for me. Let me hear. Then some of them tend to go vibe on the spot, then record their audios. Song has been made. So then they actually are the targets. Once you can get them to, you know, vibe to your beats, they have made a song.
So, have you worked with any A-list artist so far?
Not directly, but kind of like indirectly.
Directly. Okay, you are also a content creator.
Yes.
What type of content do you do? Is it relatable, just for laughs, or?
Yes, I started a lifestyle TV show content, Gist with Jerry.
Okay.
Yes, this is actually talking about the struggle in Lagos lifestyle. How we tend to bring people's expectations and their experience to the show.
Okay.
You know, even in Lagos, there are a lot of things that people have not gotten to experience, that they just have their expectations about. Okay, I feel this is this way. I feel this, it has to be like this. Then on the long run, they get their experience, and they're like, man, I did not. Even those that go into politics and be like, oh, I did not really see it this way. So then we get them to share their experience and their expectations that they had to, different things in Lagos, feeding, lifestyle, housing, a lot of things in Lagos. So yeah.
How are you able to put these two extremes together? You produce songs, you're also going into content creation, and you also beats, right? So how are you able to put all of these things together?
I mean, someone once said there's no. He said there are many entrances to the marketplace. So there are different things that you can also put your hands into. And all this is also like all together in the entertainment industry. So music, content creating, still in the same industry. So then you can just go into different aspects.
Do you have any project you're working on right now?
Yes, actually I have my TV show, like I said, Gist to Jerry project coming up. That has,
Is it airing?
It's airing tomorrow.
Officially starting tomorrow?
So officially starting tomorrow.
On YouTube or?
YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram, yes.
Okay, let's go back to the beat production. What's that unique thing that sells you out there? Everyone has their unique selling point.
Okay, yes. The way I interpret my sound, the way I interpret my sound for people's songs. Because, the video that I did for Oxlade on his birthday, I played that beat pattern that made it feel like the producer's beat was not there. So I interpreted it in my own way. If you listen to that, you would not actually even feel there was a beat done by the producer. You feel I just played and they recorded and Oxlade sang on top of it. So it's the way I actually interpret my sound for people.
Okay, that's what makes you unique. Now we understand there are a lot of competition in the industry. So how do you cope with it?
Okay, so that's actually very true. The industry, a lot of people
it's highly competitive.
Yes, highly competitive. But the thing is, there is space for everybody. Funny how. We have Wizkid, we have Davido, we have Ashake, they have their niche. They have what we know them for. The same way applies to musicians too. Every musician has that thing that somebody's looking for, even in all producers. As in, if not, every producer wants you to work with every artist, and every artist also wants to work with a particular producer. But then, if you're looking for beats, they know this producer, they know OI Productions for beats now. Then, if you're looking for how to interpret drums, they'll know who to call. So, in every part of the music industry for musicians, drummers, everybody has their niche.
Okay, that's good. But I have one question for you. Okay. I want you to be very honest. Did it ever get to a point you ever thought of quitting?
Drumming, yes.
Yes. Has it ever crossed your mind to quit? Maybe because of the challenges or the hurdles?
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, I would not say quit, but yeah, at some point it got really tiring because. We daily in the industry, you get to understand what happens. People see some things from afar and you don't really know how it is till you get there. People see how these guys are recording their songs, selling out, going for shows, and they're like, I want to live that life. Till you get there and see the work that is being put into it. Same thing as musicians, a lot of people are doing this music and we have fantastic musicians out there, but people are not making money. So then it becomes frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you're putting a lot into it. You're putting a lot into recording. Studio sessions now are expensive. So some musicians are having to do their home studios, so they don't have to pay. So instead, they invest in buying gadgets. And after all that, what can you say? Can you vouch that you have a land, that you have a car, that you have a house?
You're living comfortably as well.
You're living comfortably.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's where it becomes frustrating. When you're not really making money, or you're not really seeing touring gigs, or yeah. So at some point, it became tiring because I did not really know what to do next, where I was going. But at some point, I had some clarity. So.
And you're good to go now. What's your what advice will you give to someone who wants to venture into production or the music industry as a whole?
You should be ready for it. You should be ready because it's a whole lot of.
They should develop a thick skin.
Yes, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot, and you should be ready to count your costs, because some days you sow, and you might not reap it. But some days, places where you didn't even expect, you just get phone calls that, hi, what's up? I saw your video and I need to work with me on the project. I'm like, this video didn't even fly now. Yeah, but I loved it. Come and work with me. So yeah.
Okay, so.
All right. So are you saying that the industry is really not lucrative?
The industry is lucrative, but then it depends on how ready you are, how much you're ready to be dogged, and you're ready to be hard-headed, and you're ready to keep pushing. Because the industry is not there for lazy people. If you're not ready to work.
Yeah, networking helps, right?
What?
Networking with people.
You have to network. You have to get your stuff out there. You have to keep posting. You have to keep,
You utilize your social media.
Exactly. It's funny how that social media plays a great role. People that are as far as Yenagoa Bayelsa, somebody is looking for them here in Lagos, as in. That's how funny it is.
You can see the story of Boy Spice.
Exactly.
It's
all
via
the way
social
from
media. He
Benin,
was, discovered by.
He's here in Lagos now.
Yeah.
So what are those distributing platforms that you're making do with to push your works?
Okay, for me, I actually make use of my Instagram a lot. Although people say Facebook too, people have really neglected Facebook. People are making money from Facebook, and people don't know.
People.
Facebook Facebook used to be that place you just go and post picture and just go. But people make money from Facebook, a lot of money. Instagram too, YouTube too.
Yeah.
Low-key musicians are making money from YouTube, man. You need to wake up and monetize your YouTube.
Yeah, but YouTube, before you make money from it's subscribers. You need to have millions
your
of
watch hours,
subscribers,
your subscribers, your likes. As in, it's blood money. Let me not say. That's crazy.
Okay, thank you so much, Jeremiah. But before we let you go, we have to play a game with you. There's a game. I'm going to give you a word. It's just you have to rack your brain. I'll give you a word, and you bring out 5 other words from that particular word.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
So
can we have like a test run?
No, I'm just giving you now, and it's going to run for just 10 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Are you ready? Okay, the word is calendar. Your time starts now.
Lend.
Okay.
Dear. No.
Deal.
Deal,
yeah,
deal.
10 seconds is over. Well, you tried.
Lend.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for being on the show, Jeremiah.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that's the much we have for you on the segment of Star Corner. And the guest you just listened to is Jeremiah Eghrudje, I beg your pardon. So he's a songwriter, a producer, and also an artist. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll be going on a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll introduce you to all the parts of the show. Please stay with us.